Before Jesus, before the Bible, before even ancient Egypt, humanity was already worshipping gods. Civilizations separated by thousands of miles ended up believing in strangely similar stories. Great floods, judgment after death, gods of the sky, saviors sent to humanity. How is that possible? Did religions copy each other, or were they all born from something far more ancient? But to understand religion, we need to go back to the very beginning. 40,000 years ago, long before cities, before kings, before written history, humanity lived in a world filled with mystery. Early humans could not explain the storms above them, the eclipses in the sky, or why people died. Every night they looked at the stars searching for answers, and in the darkness of the unknown, fear slowly became belief. Rituals began to appear. The dead were buried with meaning. Symbols were painted onto cave walls, and for the first time in human history, people may have believed that something greater existed beyond their world. In 12,000 BC, the first civilization was coming. Before the first farm was a vision. In the depths of the Stone Age, a monument of impossible scale was born. A temple complex built not by kings, but by a people we have forgotten. How did they, with only stone and rope, move these monoliths? A feat of collective will. They encoded their world into stone, carving a cosmology for the ages. Each relief a story, a warning, or a prayer to gods long forgotten. Under the stars they gathered, a shared faith that forged a civilization. This was their sanctuary, a place where the earth met the heavens. Here, the first priest stood, guarding the secrets of a new world, legacy lost to time. Until now. Centuries passed. Small communities became the first cities. Religion continued to grow alongside power, writing, and civilization itself. And in the land between two great rivers, history changed forever. While Mesopotamia flourished in the east, another great civilization emerged beside the Nile River. A civilization obsessed with eternity, death, and the afterlife.
While Mesopotamia flourished in the east, another great civilization emerged beside the Nile River. The Egyptians believed that death was not the end, but the beginning of another journey. Their temples honored powerful gods like Ra, Anubis, and Osiris. They believed every soul would be judged after death. If worthy, they could enter eternal life. For thousands of years, Egypt became one of the most spiritual civilizations in human history. Its pharaohs were seen as divine rulers, and many of its ideas about the soul, judgment, and the afterlife would appear again in future religions.
In ancient Greece, the gods became more human than ever before. The ancient Greeks imagined powerful beings living above the clouds on Mount Olympus. Zeus ruled the skies, Poseidon controlled the seas, and Hades ruled the world of the dead. The Greek gods were powerful, but also emotional, jealous, and flawed. For the first time, the gods behaved almost like humans themselves. But Greece introduced something even more important: philosophy. Thinkers like Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle began asking questions about reality, truth, and human existence. For the first time, humans began questioning the universe itself. They questioned nature, morality, and even the existence of the gods. And the ideas born in ancient Greece would influence religions and civilizations for thousands of years. While Greek philosophers questioned the universe, another idea was spreading across the ancient world: the belief in one single God. More than 3,000 years ago, in the deserts of the Middle East, the ancient Hebrews began worshipping one creator above all things. They called him Yahweh. Unlike the gods of Egypt or Greece, Yahweh was not the god of the sky, the sea, or the underworld. He was believed to be the creator of the entire universe. The ancient Hebrews believed that this God guided humanity through sacred laws and divine teachings. Faith, obedience, and devotion became central to their religion. Ancient Jerusalem became one of the spiritual centers of the ancient world. Prophets guided the people through divine messages and sacred traditions. For the Hebrews, their God was not one among many gods. He was the only God. And this idea would change religion forever.